Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. You guys know, of course, if you've been watching YouTube, if you've been watching the stream, I love playing control decks, and above that, I love playing fatigue decks. I love the design of a deck that has to balance the fact that you can't really draw too many cards, you have to overcome aggro decks, and yet every single card in your deck as a sum has to be heavy enough that you can tackle even the heaviest of control decks. And of course I'm talking about the fatigue archetype. It is the most entertaining and most interesting one for me to play, and I finally got a deck that I think is pretty good in the Whispers of the Old Gods Season 1 meta, I guess. It is the Fatigue Warrior. I tried to make a few other Fatigue decks work. I do think some of the other classes have more efficient tools to stay in control, but because the Cthulhu archetype, while it's probably not the most prevalent on ladder, it is still common enough that it makes it so decks that cannot go above the 30 health threshold really have a very difficult time dealing with giant Cthulhus. Like if your opponent has like a 2020 Cthulhu, which is really not that uncommon, it makes it very difficult for you to choose on what you can do when you're sitting at like 25 life and they have a 1 minion. You're forced into spots where you have to overly commit to removing the board just because of the threat of Cthulhu killing you the next turn. And Warrior is the only class that can kind of get around this. So while Warrior doesn't have the best tools anymore to deal with a lot of the aggressive, a lot of the control decks, the aspect that you don't have to fear Cthulhu decks and the fact that Cthulhu decks are as common as they are on ladder makes it that I believe Warrior is the go-to class for Fatigue. I tried making a Fatigue Warrior a little bit in the past and it didn't go quite as well, but playing a lot of the other decks I have learned a lot about the new cards and I wanted to share with you guys some of that knowledge today. So this deck list is also a Cthulhu deck, but one of the most important things that I've learned is that specifically in a deck that tries to control the board, whether you play a 10-10 Cthulhu or a 20-20 Cthulhu doesn't actually matter. And this is like, this is like amazing. This is a huge piece of insight that I learned. And it comes from the fact that, when it comes to this deck, you are going to win when your opponent is out of cards. That's your win condition. If you play a 20-20 Cthulhu, it's going to get hard removed anyway, so it's not going to get attacked. It's not going to get an attack in. It doesn't matter in that end. But if it's 20-20, it's going to clear your opponent's board and do 10 additional face damage, but your opponent's going to be at full life, so that's actually not even going to matter. So really, it just doesn't really make any difference. A 20-20 Cthulhu might be a lot better if your opponent has a lot more stuff on the board, but that would never really get to that stage because you're playing a Fatigue deck and you have crazy powerful board clears like Brawl. Like, if your opponent has set up a situation on his board where your Cthulhu, it being 20-20, actually made a difference, then he kind of screwed up and you're just going to Brawl his ass. You're not going to Cthulhu him there. You're going to Cthulhu him when he has, like, 1 minion or a few small minions, and in that case a 10-10 is usually going to do just as well as a 20-20. The main advantage to playing a small Cthulhu is that you need very few Cthulhu synergy cards, and that allows you to have not only a higher card quality deck, but you can have heavier cards in the deck, and in the Fatigue archetype that is extremely important. So if we look at the deck list here, I have almost no cards that buff Cthulhu, yet I have about as many cards that require Cthulhu to be at 10 attack. And this seems very odd, but practically it worked. And this deck is almost at an 80% win rate for me, and I was beating a lot of the high meta decks, and I was at a rank, even though you'll see that the rank is fairly low. You have to keep in mind this is like the first and second day of ladder that I played this deck, so a lot of the people that I'm playing are legend rank players, and they're playing meta decks, they're playing very refined lists, and still we're going toe-to-toe, we're going down to the wire, down to the very end, and it's matching up pretty damn well against just about everything. So if we look at the Cthulhu synergistic cards, the Disciple of Cthulhu is really good because it acts as removal. It's like a 2-in-1 card. You do damage, and it's a minion on the board that your opponent is usually going to try to deal with. So that card is just good. That card is probably the best Cthulhu synergistic card in the game. And then I think I had 2 Crazed Worshippers originally. I don't think Crazed Worshipper is great, but it's not terrible, and because there's no other 5 mana cost card that I could put in the deck, I decided just to keep the 1. And for a while, that was all I had for Cthulhu Synergy cards, but I did come to the problem where I didn't quite have enough Cthulhu Synergy. I needed just a little bit more to consistently get Cthulhu to 10 attack. That's all I wanted. All I want is 10 attack Cthulhu. Don't care after that. Doesn't matter. So I put in one Cthulhu's Chosen. I think it is probably better than the other synergistic cards. It's not great, so I only have the one of. In terms of strategy, you're looking for Fiery War Axe in your opening hand, and you're just going to keep Cthulhu synergistic cards because you have so few and they're pretty good in the early game. You want to get them out so in the later stages of the game where you draw cards like Twin Emperors and you need, 10 attack on your Cthulhu, you will be able to play it by mulliganing and managing your hand in that manner. Overall, the deck is capable of just removing all your opponent's threats again and again, and it just kind of works. That's about it. Some people mentioned that it's very good to have Elise in a fatigue deck. While I agree, I think I rather have this setup. Having two Cthulhu's to remove and then remove again makes it for a much more consistent playthrough. So Cthulhu kind of acts as removal. He also has taunt, so your opponent has to go through Cthulhu. It acts kind of like a barrier, so stalling is very important. And overall, I feel like the deck is just very well shaped. It kind of feels a bit odd to play a Cthulhu deck in almost any slow warrior list, but because a lot of the cards that grant you a lot of armor by themselves are gone, you kind of have to design a fatigue deck this way and include cards like the Ancient Shield Bearer. So those are the limiting factors. If you guys do want to try to explore and maybe improve on this type of deck, my suggestions are as follows. You got to play warrior to beat other Cthulhu decks. You got to play Cthulhu deck yourself to gain those sweet armor bonuses from the Ancient Shield Bearers. And it's probably a good idea to limit the number of Cthulhu cards you have. Otherwise, you're just playing a regular Cthulhu warrior, which I don't think is all that great. But this deck has worked out pretty well. I want to show you guys some of the moments that have really highlighted some of the synergies between the cards. So I hope you guys enjoy those. I hope you guys explore this way of playing the game because it is absolutely the best. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, if I remove Cthulhu, what would I put in? The reason Cthulhu is good is on one hand it offers you removal, but on the other it gives you so much armor if you satisfy the cards. In terms of the Old God argument, I think Yogg-Saron decks are kind of gimmicky. Like, if you take a deck with Yogg-Saron, and then you remove Yogg-Saron, it's about as good. It's probably better when you remove Yogg-Saron. Yasharaj decks are pretty uncommon. Cannot really do much. Yasharaj is okay in like Astral or high ramp decks, which is what I was doing a bit earlier. But other than that, it's pretty bad.
Caress your fear.
Cthulhu, boys. Interesting.
I bleed for Cthulhu.
Well, it sucks playing Adjust the Car into a True Silver, but I might just go ahead and do that.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
It's getting hot in here.
Why do that? Is this weapon really that valuable?
Reporting for duty.
Is it a good decision to force the Old God archetypes by Blizzard? I think so.
None may steal our secrets.
It's getting hot in here.
Oh, right.
no time for games.
That's bad.
Reporting for duty.
There will be pain.
The Maker is so much pain.
I haven't really seen much weapon removal.
That belongs in a museum.
Right as I say that. 0 value gore howl. Holy shit, that hurts.
There will be
That is very surprising.
Mind if I roll me?
This deck has a lot of draw right now. Fine. Yeah, I guess I screwed up with the gore howl. I should always try to get some value. If this misses, it's fine. Hits face, I mean. Okay.
Hammer time.
I don't think I could really win, honestly. It's just the Tyrion coming down is such a big problem.
The Earth Mother is near.
I guess that's pretty fine.
It's hammer time.
Yeah, it's Nazoth Pally.
Mind if I roll need?
He's got kind of too much draw, though. If I can get some cold lights, I think I can win. Terrible play.
The eyes of the Earth Mother are upon us.
Oh boy. Is he going for the kill here?
Nothing scares me. Except mice.
Reporting for duty.
I just need the cold lights, dude. Just cold lights.
Engaging TC-130 until dislocator.
Reporting for
I
duty.
can win with cold lights, but I can't win without them.
Caffeine shelters us.
Brawl again. Oh, I wish. It's a weird Nazoth deck.
Follow the rules.
It's still alright.
Reporting for duty.
Revenge clears right now, so that's good.
Armor made to fit.
Hammer time.
My shield.
I'm almost out of cards.
Why is it whenever the win condition is a specific card, they're always at the bottom of the deck with both copies?
duty.
Yeah, that's pretty good at least.
It's hammer time!
I'm out of cards. Put your faith in the light. Reporting for duty.
Okay. Fine. He has a ton of healing and card draw left, I believe.
None shall.
Ooh, interesting.
Reporting for duty.
Yes. Is he dead?
Out of cards!
Game over. That burst. Oh, come on. What is not to love about fatigue decks? Let's do it. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Camel Esports, boys.
You down with me.
That may have been a bad idea. Because I might get N'Zoth now. Actually, I think that was a bad idea. I think I should have just Brand. Because there's no way he's getting through my shit, and then I have Brand Cthulhu. That was a misplay. Because if he has N'Zoth, I auto-lose. And he just went through 24 cards, so... Oh, this is the draw. Did he just draw N'Zoth? Oh, man. Oh, okay.
To my side.
Okay, well, Cthulhu should save us here. 14. No, let's do this instead.
Who knows what feast of souls begin?
Because he doesn't have Kill Command, he doesn't have Unleash.
Put this apple on your head.
Hunter with N'Zoth. Yeah, this guy played 1,000,000 Death Rattle minions. Every other class scrunges up to play a bunch of shitty ones just so they can play N'Zoth. Of course this guy has N'Zoth. Oh wow. Double quick shot on Bran. Sign me up for that. That does it then, doesn't it?
I'm almost out of cards.
We're gonna Bran on the Shield Bearer. This match is gonna go heavy fatigue, so we probably will need that extra armor.
The eyes of the Earth Mother are upon us.
Oh no, my armor. Oh, whatever shall I do?
Out of cards.
It's hammer time.
Thank you. The victory is yours.
Alright. Well, let's see you take care of that annoying Paladin deck. Cthulhu Druid's very hard to fatigue out. I think I'll keep an execute. Often you get like a minion power ramped. That's right. Okay. Alright. What Druid deck plays nothing in first? What? Sure. I wonder if I could beat a fatigue Druid. I'd love it if it was a fatigue Druid. It doesn't look like it.
Ancient One calls.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
Lots of big threats here. Let's nourish Wrath. It's at 9, so call that should be fun. I have to save and execute for Cthulhu. I guess that's fine.
My hand is too full. My hand is too full.
Didn't really get rid of any significant cards. Yeah, I mostly lose to a giant Cthulhu. He's not running Cthulhu. I think he's probably running Cthulhu.
Behold the rage of the fire. Time waits for no one.
Sure.
Hammer time.
If you mill a card, it's gone. If you mill Cthulhu, he can't Doomcaller it back. We learned that. And he's a good boy because we're looking at him now. Of course.
I bleed for
There is no Cthulhu. Cthulhu didn't appear. Oh, really?
unleash the beast.
Okay. Sure. You really think he's not running Cthulhu? Positive? Okay. Should have armored. Alright, fine. Fine. I swear I thought I saw Cthulhu that game.
Warrior, your strength becomes your weakness.
Time waits for no one.
It's hammer time.
This is a really weird Druid deck. He has Cthulhu, don't believe Twitch. Okay, well, hopefully he can't do much with 4. Yeah, I think it's an Astral Druid. Or just like a heavy ramp Druid. It's gonna be pretty tough for me to win, I think, but not impossible. It's the how did I forget to put Cthulhu into this deck. If you're playing Astral and you're playing Arakoas, you should probably just play that shit.
Time waits for no one.
My shield for Argon. I obey. Hammer time. Caffeine shelters us.
Your minions think you are weak.
I just want to do Bran into Twin Emperors into Cthulhu. That's like game-winning play. Yeah. Alright. So we know what this is then. Alright, fine. Well, if he has to remove Bran, it might be tricky. He basically needs another North Sea Kraken. And yes, this is Astral Druid. So his threats are pretty limited. Okay.
Land serves me.
Coin. Yeah, coin seems pretty useless, but maybe I'll do a Shield Slam Cthulhu play. That'd be pretty decent. Probably should just do a Cthulhu play, but I think every turn I stall is one that helps me. He's afraid of Brawl. Gives me another turn, costs me 2 HP. No big deal.
My dream ends. Your nightmare begins.
I might have BGH, but I have my shitty weapon, Deathwing Ink. It's fine. Why not attack with a weapon here? He has a lot of big minions, so I have to be pretty resourceful.
Where shall I strike?
What? Really?
It's hammer time.
The feast of storms begin.
That was a mistake.
50-50 to lose the game there. Well, at least we know he's pretty desperate. Yeah, I will have the Doomcaller at least. Oh, damn.
So much pain.
The trick with Ice Howl is just leaving him there. He can't attack me. Shh. Should you watch him like run a silence and fucking wreck me here?
Unleash the beast.
There's no point in this.
I'm almost out of cards.
I'm out of cards.
Guess that's fine.
Gorge your hatred. Embrace your rage.
Okay.
I'm out of cards.
Oops, I broke it.
Easy game, boys. Easy game. Interesting.
Symphony of terror begins.
I think we got him. Oh my god, we have the coin Shield Slam Cthulhu play. Oh my god, it's gonna win the game! We saved coin! We saved coin for 30 turns, right? He won't believe this. Look, oh my god. That's insane. Let's make sure we kill that. Wasted coin. That's a pretty sick coin. Turn 30 coin too strong. That is probably the most delayed coin that decided a game I've ever seen. Because I could have lost that game if he had like N'Zoth and Deathwing and Sylvanas or some shit. I could have actually lost that game. Cold Light. Keep the Brawl maybe. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Too much draw. Could Doom work with Zoo? I kind of doubt it. But who knows. I spell Armour. It's the Canadian spelling, because we follow the Brits. We recognize that we're kind of from that area of the world. So we keep up with their shenanigans when it comes to spelling. Cold Light's actually not bad, but I think I'm gonna try to mill him. What could this be? Oh! Really? Alright, what did he lose? He lost Ysera, Cenarius, Ancient of War, Druid of the Claw. Okay. Well, holy shit, did I miss my window with Cold Light.
Job's done.
Alright. Let's hope for some crappy draws. This is gonna be a real adventure, I'll tell you that. It's pretty bad. It's gonna innervate hero power. Makes it a bit difficult to shield slam. Maybe I'll just go for the execute. The execute is like fair. It's pretty lucky he top decked innervate. I think I'll go with the ghoul execute. Well, that's pretty scary. Okay. There goes execute again. Not very good. Alright. Okay. Here's where we're gonna Cold Light.
Where shall I start?
That doesn't seem like a good play, but okay, sure. Maybe we don't Cold Light yet. I don't need any answers. I don't really want to play that either. I guess we Cold Light them. Okay, this is gonna be difficult. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, we just deal with the threats single file. Uh-oh. This is really bad. It's really bad.
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
Cthulhu! Cthulhu! Cthulhu!
Okay, no, Brawl is not the play.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Interesting. I'm very happy with that. Dude, you go ahead, draw all your cards, no problem. If Brand stays alive, he's fucked. Just point that out. If this does 24, he is not winning this game. See you later, bro. Alright. He has to get a taunt here. Oh, he has no more minions left. That's unfortunate. Sheltered by Cthulhu boys. $53 HP. Not even close. Wow. Oh damn, win streak.